Well, good morning. My name is Mike Bryan. I'm a volunteer with the Southern Arizona VA in Tucson, Arizona. Today's date is January the 5th, 2016. And we're at the VA talking today with Marty Neuens, who was with the U.S. Air Force during the Vietnam War. And I think we'll just dive right in. Marty was a POW. Has some fascinating stories to tell, and without any delay, I would like to jump right in. Why don't you give me your full name, Marty, and then your birth date?
Martin J. Neuens, and I was born May 31st, 1942.
42. Well, tell us a little bit in 42. So you were born during the Second World War, and so as you grew up in your family, did that have any impact on how you viewed the military?
I don't think so. My father was too young for World War I and too old for World War II, so he never served, and so I didn't have any real close relatives that served.
Well, I was reading in the book, The Friday Pilots. One day the principal came to you and said something about your senator was going to be there, and that they said your congressman was going to be nearby, and that you could have the day off to go see him about going into the Air Force Academy.
Right.
So was that already kind of percolating in the back of your mind?
I think it was, but it's a funny thing. I don't honestly remember. I don't even know how he had that idea or knew that I might be interested.
Uh-huh.
I was not like an avid, a lot of people I know, built model airplanes when they were a kid, knew names of airplanes and all this stuff. I mean, I remember there was an airport near our house, and the Goonie birds, the DC-3s would fly over, and I always stopped and looked at them, so I always had that kind of interest. They always fascinated me, but I never, went any further than that. It always seemed alluring,
What does a Goonie bird even look like?
Well, it's just that old DC-3. They've flown them forever. I think they're still flying them in South America.
Is it like a cargo transporter?
Yeah. Well, the ones we saw coming over were flying people. But I think they've hauled garbage more than people. But cargo plane.
So tell me a little bit about that process of getting into the Air Force Academy.
Yeah. Anyway, the principal called me in, and which. I had no idea why I was going there, but I hadn't been bad, so I wasn't too worried. But, you're curious. Anyway, he just called me in and he said that your congressman's going to be in thus and such town, and which became an issue later on. But at any rate, he said Marinette, I think, but I thought Marquette. So they're two different towns. See? At any rate, so... but anyway, it sounded good. I get a day off from school, and I figured my mom would let me have the car. So, so I went ahead, but I had no appointment or anything. I just went there. But I went to Marquette, and you get there and go to the courthouse, and no congressman. And then it dawns on me it's the wrong place. Well, they're fairly far apart. Like 80, 90 miles. And. So I hop in the car, now it's late, and I go speeding to the other place. It was a really stupid thing. I should have known, but somehow, that's what stuck in my mind, and that's where I went. Anyway, I got there. I was kind of late. It was like 4:30, and that's about when they closed up, but they took me in, and he talked to me a little bit and gave me paperwork to do. And I guess the only thing kind of interesting was I was already kind of late in the schedule to get things done, and it seemed like everything I did to go to the academy was always late. I would get every paperwork that was mailed to me would have a return date that was already gone by when I got it. And some of these things are real, it takes a long time to get through them. I mean, some are 10 pages of, various things that you need to find out or figure out. But anyway, it was, each time I put a little note on there, it said, I got these on thus and such